Is your seatbelt fastened? All right. Let's go.
Hello everyone, welcome to Father and Son Synergy YouTube channel. Today, I would like to have the privilege to walk you through the journey that my son and I went through to own our 2023 C8 Corvette. Our journey started back in April 2019 when we saw for the first time that GM announced that they would reveal the brand new C8 Corvette on July 18, 2019. And it was very interesting for me, even though I have never owned a Corvette before. Because the appearance of the redesigned C8, plus the styling, the location of the engine has been moved from front to mid or to rear behind the driver. Since I was young, Corvette has always been my favorite car, but because it has always been beyond my reach. Particularly this time, the styling, the rear-mounted engine has propelled me forward to move to put more interest and put more attention to this car. Around July 29th, 2019, I drove my two young sons to a dealership, a Chevrolet dealership in Pennsylvania, which was about 3.5 hours drive from where I live. There we met people who were the Corvette fans, and we we gathered around the brand new C8 Corvette. It was a 2019 model. It's just for show. This car has been shipped around so people can see what a C8, a brand new C8 Corvette would look like. So people gather around the car. I saw this car, in person. So it really reinforced me that I must have this car. It looks so beautiful in in real life. Here you can see people take turns to get inside the car, to have the feel of it, what it looks like, how to sit inside the car and what it looks like inside. And we had a chance to walk around the car, front, back, look at the engines bay, look at the engines. We hear people talk, and we share stories and things like that. And before I left, I left my name at that dealership for later, for them to call me when the car becomes available. Ever since the day that I left that dealership, the C8 Corvette had always been in my mind. Every day I was thinking about it. So I kept telling myself I must have this car to pursue my my dream. On August 10th, 2020, I flew my two sons to with me, of course, to Louisville, Kentucky. Number one, to visit the Corvette Museum, the National Corvette Museum. Number two is to see one of my favorite YouTuber who talk a lot about the C8 Corvette. He's also a well-known YouTuber. He also owned his own C8 Corvette, and Chevy Dude. I think everybody knows him, who he is. He's a very nice man. He took us. He spent some time with us, show us his car, allowed me to sit inside his car, and even took me for a ride on his powerful turbo. I don't know if it's a twin turbo, but it was a turbo around the block, and it was a blast for me. So I told him that I would try to buy the car somehow from any dealership who would sell the car at MSRP. We said goodbye to Kentucky. Went home. I explored around, make some phone calls. I made a deposit on the local dealership who promised me that they would sell the car at MSRP. And at the meantime, made another deposit to a different dealership in out of state. 2020. The time went by, a year went by, nothing happened. And no one calls me, even though I made a deposit. Then I realized that, then I called it, then the next thing I knew was I realized that those two dealerships that I made a deposit on, they changed their plan. They announced that they would sell the Corvette, the C8, above MSRP at the market price. So to me, that wasn't a good news because number one, I was not able to pay over MSRP, and number two, I am not supporting that, even though people has rights to do so, but I'm not willing to do so. So also in August 2021, I brought my two sons to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, at the Corvettes car show. There I met Mike, Brink of Speed, who owns the Captain America C8, and Clarence, Gunner Speed 252, and we talk, about their cars and how beautiful their car were. At that time, I still have not owned any C8 because it was the C8 was so for me it would be months of waiting. So in November 2021, I drove my wife to a Ciocca dealership in New Jersey. Got online early. We left the home about 3 a.m. Went there, arrived there about 4-ish in the morning. There was a long line already in front of us, even though the gate was not opened yet. And when we first left the house, we thought we would be the first ones to be there, but unfortunately, no. People already got in line. We already formed a line the day before. Okay, why we were there? We were there because Ciocca was accepting the reservation for those who would get in line, to make a deposit down, or $2,000 deposit to reserve the Z06. Even though I had never owned a Corvette yet, I heard that Z06 was the car to get because it was the mid-grade. It's the better one between the three, the Z01, Z06, and the Stingray, because for the money, it was one of the best performers a person would need. To increase my chances, that's why I was there to put a deposit down on Z06, even though we did not know how much it would cost at that time. Before I did that, I asked many people who own C8 and Corvette or C7, C6, and so on. They said from past experience, there were around 15 to 20,000 differentials between a Stingray and a Z06. So that put the C8 Z06 around in the 85-ish on low 90s-ish. So we made a deposit. We put down a $2,000 check deposit. Went home a week later, we found out that our reservation number in the high 2000s. And in the summer of 2022, GM announced that the price of the Z06 was starting around $107,000. It's a lot higher than most people thought it would be. Again, that was kind of to me it is not a good news for me because it's too much. and also in August, I again we attended the Corvette car show in Carlisle in Pennsylvania to see in person the C8 Z06. There we have a chance to see many C8 Corvette, C8R, and of course one Z06, C8 Z06, 2022 C8 Z06. I told I over there at Carlisle, I had the opportunity to meet the sales team at Ciocca dealership. I told them that I would like to. I told them my story. So they told me they could do something for me because they realized that how much time I had spent looking for, waiting for a car and things like that over the years, and still at that time had not received anything, any good news to own a C8. So they told me to call the dealership, make the appointment, and they would do something to help me out. A month later, actually a week later, I came back. I came to the dealership in Ciocca in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to talk to the one of the salesperson, and I put down a deposit, a $5,000 deposit. We chose the options for the car. So I chose the input for my sons and my wife. We decided to the convertible with the Z06. With the Z51 package, carbon flash roof, Nattels, and side air intake scoop, and also the torch red exterior. For the interior, we chose a two-tone red with red color, two-tone, and we chose some light carbon fibers options for the interior. For the wheels, we upgraded to the light gray with the red trim on the perimeter for the additional of around $1,500. So to me, I did not choose the 3LT because number one, the cost. Also because I don't like the feel of the felt on the interior, even though it looks luxurious. But to me, 2LT is enough. It's the best looking. And first I chose the competition seat, but the salesperson advised me not to because it's not very comfortable to sit in for a long distance drive. So I took his word for it. I'm glad I did that. Months later, we got a phone call that and the message that the car was ready for us to be delivered around December 2022. So we came, with the whole family came. My wife and my two sons and I. We drove there to see the car in person. It was a very beautiful day for us. I lost words when I saw the car. I could not believe my eyes that that was actually my car or our car. So after the paperwork was done, the salesperson took time to explain to me all the options. How to use some of the features, and we got to drive home. And I saw on the speedometer, the mileage was only 4 miles. It was a 2023 hardtop convertible C8 Corvette with a Z51 package with a front lift options, front radiator protectors. It took us about 3 hours or so to drive home, 3.5 hours to drive home. It was late in the evening, but the drive was was wonderful. Even though I felt the car kind of sluggish at first, it took us about 160 miles to get home. So the salesperson told me that at first, at the first before the first few hundred miles, the car would be very sluggish. But after it broke in, it would be very smooth. Then it was exactly it. This C8 is my precious car, so I don't use it very much. But of course, I intend to use it. But because when I got it, the weather was not not warm. It was cold. So and the tire was rated for not rated for cold weather. So I had to wait for warmer weather to use. But at the meantime, I was able to drive it around the block, take my sons to to his lessons, things like that. So I have a chance to break in the car. It took us a few months to do so, though. By the way. Finally, my journey owning a C8 Corvette has become true. After, if you count everything since 2019, 2022, so it's around 2 years. Despite many up and downs, I forgot that at the dealership who changed their plan about selling the car, the C8 at MSRP. They raised the price on it. I mean, they would sell it over MSRP. I had to withdraw my name from those two dealerships. At Ciocca, it was sold at MSRP as promised. So you had to buy a car at MSRP. Ciocca is the place to go. And the car, so I went home. It was garage, cover, and my pet dog Kenji. Check it out. He sniffed around the car, as if he loves the car himself. I don't blame him. It's a beautiful car. When I drove the car around on the street, I have received many thumbs up from people who don't know me. They just saw the car, they give a thumbs up. So I'm very pleased with that. Ladies and gentlemen, a father and son's synergy channel, YouTube channel, is a brand new YouTube channel. This is the very first video that you will see. So if you are please, if you are enjoying this video, can you please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and write some comments to help our channel grow. And back in early this year, around February 2022, I posted other videos as well about my C8 Corvette, my 2023 C8 Corvette. The channel was doing very well. Unfortunately, some technical thing happened, and waiting, I decided to make this new video and repost. And again, I repeat, I had to repost some of the videos that we posted in the past, back in February or in March this year. So please, if you are a return a return viewer and you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel, because we need all the support we can get from our viewers, so we can grow, so we have the motivations to improve ourselves. And also I want to mention that father and son synergy YouTube channel, we not just talk about car. Since we are no car experts, we would like to talk about unique cars. It doesn't have to be expensive, just something that different, some like a real car, something that's unique. Also, besides that, we would try to talk about to visit places like interesting places, interesting food, culture food, and things like that. So our channel is not just strictly about cars, all right? So it's going to be about everything that's interesting in life. And ladies and gentlemen, and thank you again so much for your time, for taking the time to view our videos. Then I would like to thank you again for supporting our channel by subscribing, hit the like button, and please write some comments so we can have the motivations to create more wonderful videos in the coming days. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. Bye bye.